about 7 or 8 and I yelled to the cabbie,
It's free real estate.
I honestly never thought I would have to talk about Dreamworld, but these guys refuse to give up. After releasing their absolutely horrible alpha, which the gameplay you're seeing in the background is 5 weeks of updates into that alpha, I thought these guys would have picked up shop and ran by now. However, due to some disgusting new news, I feel called to talk about this, so I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you enjoy game development videos, make sure you get subscribed. It really helps me out, and I appreciate every one of you for doing it. Now let's get into it. First thing I want to do is talk about their terms of use. I actually went through and read a whole lot of it, and I want to show you some of the worst parts of it. Immediately in the third paragraph, there is already a line saying you cannot join any class action lawsuit against them if you agree to this terms of use. If that's not a red flag, I really don't know what could be. Speaking of the legal jargon of this terms of use, there is actually a line further down that is saying you have to defend them in court if anything you do with the game leads to them getting sued, which this is such a weird line in general. As for anything else majorly sketchy, their refund policy is one of the worst I've ever seen, and I would never buy this game solely for that. Any game that has a 0 return and refund policy gets a no from me right away, and the rest of this massive terms of use is mostly just them avoiding any legal responsibilities if they are sued or anything that happens to them in the future. Now with that pile of crap out of the way, let's get on to the recent news. First off, huge shout out to Callum Upton. His Discord has done amazing work figuring out a lot of these things and bringing a lot of it just to light in general. So one of the first and only good moves they've done was moving their game to the itch.io platform, since itch is really good about refunds and really good about customer service as a whole. However, these dum-dums actually made it where when you buy the game on itch, you don't actually get the game. You get an email from them requesting your billing address, full name, and other personal information that you have to give before you can actually play the game. This is already very strange and should turn most people off of the game as soon as they realize that. But it turns out they also weren't meeting many of their itch.io refunds, and itch actually had to step in and do a lot of the refunds manually. Now it seems their next step is going to be to create a Shopify store, and you know exactly why they're doing this is that Shopify requires 0 refund policy and 0 refunds given whatsoever. These guys actually couldn't deal with having their game on a real store and needed to change it because they were losing too much money by having to give actual refunds for making one of the worst games I've ever seen. If it wasn't clear before now, just based off the gameplay and the horrid state of the game, this game should be dead to you after this. It has no right to continue with this. Having them change their refund policy over and over again on different platforms is such a weird situation. It's very sketch, and you should avoid this at all costs. If they ever get it to a playable full release, I will take back 100% of this. However, that won't affect those sales because then the game will be able to speak for itself. Right now, the game has no substance and you should avoid it for $35. It is a flop and you're not going to get anything out of it. I hope that I helped shed some light on the situation. I hope you guys understand this game is not going anywhere, and just be patient. If it does go somewhere, it'll happen by itself with or without you buying it. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I thank you for watching this video all the way through. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.